Hello world and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today we are going to look at my picks for the top 10 most artistic tarot decks. So we're just going to look at a bunch of decks, a bunch of artwork, and why I think they are the best or not the best. And of course this is the end-all be-all list. I'm just kidding. I am missing Ciro Marchetti, so I will say that up front, that is a big hole in my collection because Ciro Marchetti is a beautiful artist and a lot of people love his decks, so check those out. So for 10, let's count them down now. For the top 10 decks, I'm gonna do a tie for 10 and 9 and do something a little bit crazy. Now these are artistic decks, right? We've got the GarbagePail Kids and we've got Mystic Melodies. GarbagePail Kids is actually a newer deck, so I'm going to put it at number 10. I guess if you didn't live through the 80s, you just do not understand the brilliance of this deck. And we'll take a look at it. I have these shuffled too, so I'm not going to pull out every card, but I mean, classic GarbagePail Kids, of course it's artistic, yes. We will get more serious art as we go along, but it's just love this. So I feel like anybody who loves the 80s is going to put this at number 1. I do actually have a Lisa Frank deck as well. So there you go. Love my 80s. So I'm going to put this at number 9. I think it's, great size, beautiful artwork, great book, GarbagePail Kids, number 10. But tied with number 9, Mystical Melodies. I get compliments on this deck every single time I use it. I absolutely love it. Again, very cartoony, which is what I'm going for these two, for my 9 and my 10 and 9 spots here. Vintage feel and very bright and beautiful artwork. Happy squirrel. That's its, so they threw in an additional card. There is a book that goes with it. Yeah. So, and sad squirrel. So they throw in a couple additional cards. Hard book. But if you don't know what happy squirrel and sad squirrel are, they're in here along with everything else. So great deck, fun artwork, and I think that, art can be serious and it can be fun, which is why I wanted to open up this list. Oh, here's we go, the Strength card, which is one of the most beautiful cards. So I wanted to open up this list with some fun decks. For decks 8 and 7, I'm going to do another tie for 8 and 7 because these are very similar decks. They're very similar size. They both have tuck boxes. This is the Botticelli deck and this is Golden Art Nouveau. These decks are serious artwork, beautiful artwork. Botticelli is based on the artwork of Botticelli. It's not exact. There have been some changes made. This is like one of my favorite paintings of all time, Venus, and but these come out of, so like if you like Italian Renaissance and some gold leaf, I highly recommend this Botticelli deck for the, look at this tower card, for the artistic nature. Some of the cards don't hit for me, like the Fool. I don't know if we'll come across it. It's not my favorite rendition of the Fool, but some of these other ones, I mean, look at this Empress. Beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous artwork in this deck. This could easily be number 1, honestly, but I have it at 8, are we? And then we've got Golden Art Nouveau, also very similar to the Botticelli deck. I love the back. The back is beautiful. There's not a lot of yellows, like, anyway, striking. And again, it's got like Beautiful artwork. This is very traditional to Rider-Waite-Smith. And then it also has, like you can see that, that's got the gold leaf in here. Just, again, traditional images that they went through here. And oh, this is probably one of my favorite cards here, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, just how beautiful that is. So the World card, beautiful. And the Fool. So here we have 6 and 5. So I'm going to put 6, this deck, Way of the Panda. And I'm putting Way of the Panda at 6 because who doesn't love pandas? It's beautiful. It's, you know, pandas. It's great artwork. And, you know, everybody loves this as well. Every time I bring it out. This goes with traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, and you know, just lovely, lovely cards, great size as well. And for 5, very kind of similar vibe. I mean, just because something is cute and whimsical, and I love that in my tarot cards, like cute and whimsical and fun. It doesn't mean that it can't have like beautiful artistic qualities, right? So the number 5 I have here is our Monstarot deck. This is by Joanna Nelson, Joanna Nelson Studios. She has a couple decks actually. She's got, and I highly recommend her. This is larger. Oh, she has a smaller deck. This is the large one, so it is a little bit more difficult to shuffle, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at the imagery, right? So if you love a little bit, you know, it's simple and beautiful and colorful and whimsical, just a cute deck. Again, goes back to Rider-Waite. And, I mean, come on, that's the Devil card. So I love, you know, this one and the Panda card because, even though I get amazing readings off of them, like the Devil card it's not scary. Like they're just beautiful and bright, again, whimsical readings. So that's number 5. Number 4, we have the Lazy Crow Tarot. So the back's black with crows. I love that. This is by Nicholas Crago, and he does like kind of more Celtic artwork. You can see kind of here on the side. But look at this. It's definitely, it's very geometric, and I think it's like a really underrated deck. It's one of my favorites. It's got like a very watercolor nature to it, like here. I mean, it's like a watercolor, line art, and geometric shapes. Like a lot of really fun swirliness here. This is where his Celtic background comes out in that card. And then you're going to have like a lot of lines and a lot of color. The Sun card, I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so this one I could see a lot of people disagreeing with me on, but this is my list. Make your own list. Number 3, The Luminous Void Tarot by Laura Zuspin. This is a serious deck. So this is one that I don't use all the time. I think it's more artistic than like, and you know, maybe you have a difference of opinion on that, so let me know. But I think like I love the artwork. I'm going to put this here because I think the death card is probably my favorite card in here. Another, you know, very watercolor, maybe a little bit more abstract, but you know, it's a little bit more difficult for me to use. I do love the back of this. Like, it's very striking, very beautiful. I love the shape of it. The edging, we've got gold edging, so it feels great in your hand. So like everything about it is just screams artistic. You know, but this is one of those things that, like, some people will probably love it and some people will probably hate it. But, you know, that's what makes great art, right? That's what we're talking about, the artwork here. So this is my pick for number 3. Again, I think that, so like the lovers, I mean, there's no lover card that looks like this. This is the only one that looks like this. Sun, death. So those are probably my 2 favorite cards in this deck. And I just, again, it just feels so good in my hand, which I think is part of it. And the back is really lovely. So that is number 3. Number 2 for me is Mystical Moments. Very surreal deck. But this one is like, it's mass produced, it's easy to find, but it is lovely. It's got like these very surrealist images. It shuffles great, it feels great, silver edging. And then look at how beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. I love using it. Great readings. It is one of my absolute favorite decks to use. The artwork in it is exquisite. This is even one of those decks that it has alternate cards. So the kings in this deck, like, you can completely take out the kings if you want, and there's another option where they're just women, they're females. So if you're looking for a feminine deck, this is a very feminine deck. I like masculine and feminine, so I like to mix it, but just look at these cards. They are absolutely amazing. It is an amazing deck, and that's why even though it's, you know, I love buying, you know, a little bit more obscure decks that you're not going to find everywhere, which I think are, you know, you find a beautiful artwork in that, where this one is, I think, more mainstream than some of my other decks. But I mean, like, if everybody used it, I wouldn't be mad at all. I'm not worried about it being obscure. So absolutely lovely deck. Like, every card is a work of art, and it is gorgeous. Every one of them is gorgeous. Speaking of every card being a work of art, this is my number 1 most artistic deck, whatever that means. The Somnia Tarot, Nicholas Bruno. Oh my gosh. It is just amazing what he did with this deck. He's a photographer. These are pictures. I actually don't even read with this deck because I think some of the images are kind of like really shocking, even though they're beautiful. Even, you know, again, surrealism. I guess I love that. However, this is a little bit more difficult, I think, to take, or harsher than like the Tarot of Mystical Moments. I wouldn't call this whimsical at all. It certainly is just very artistic. But I mean, when you have bags, well, not or but cloth over people's heads or the horses' heads or sitting in mud, I mean, this is surreal and real all at once. So I could see that this would be, it could be triggering for people. But that's, I mean, I think that's what art is about. It's not just about beauty, and it's about feeling something. I mean, you know, feeling something looking at this card. Yeah. I mean, think about the sun card and then look at this sun card. Like, this is, and that's why I think I wanted this to be my number one, because you feel something looking at these images. Like, they are so like they're so well done and so beautiful. Look at this Queen of Wands. It's crazy, but it's it definitely makes me feel something, and maybe that's why I don't read with it, because I'm not exactly even sure how to feel or how should I feel. These are questions that I have when I look at it, and that's why I think that it hits that spot for me of being artistic, whatever that means for you. So let me know in the comments, like, what deck you really like, what was your favorite, where I was completely wrong, what deck am I missing out on, because I'd love to hear your perspectives, and I'd love to know your thoughts. And I you know, when I was like, do the most artistic decks, I mean, come on, there are so many beautiful tarot decks. It's amazing, and I just shout out to all the artists who do this, because that's why I collect these decks, because I thoroughly enjoy the artwork in them, and all of them, not just this one. All of them I think are beautiful, and from the Garbage Pail Kids to the Somnia Tarot. So thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll see you in the next video.